So James, you're coming to the end of your training camp at Bangtao, but for the people who don't know, just tell everyone a little bit about yourself and who you are and what you're doing here.
Yeah, I came here about 8 weeks ago to train at Bangtao MMA with Frankie and George and Brad and all the MMA guys here. I'm fighting August 11th in Sioux Falls, South Dakota for Bellator at 145 pounds, and it's been a great camp out here in Thailand. The people out here, the training partners, it's like paradise for training. You got everything under one roof, from strength conditioning, mobility, MMA, jiu-jitsu. It's like training in paradise for an MMA fighter.
Is this your first training camp in Southeast Asia / Thailand?
I've never been to Asia before in my life, so I haven't. This is my first time ever in Asia, and it's always been like on the bucket list to do. And I was actually going to come here for like a trip with my parents in November, and it would kind of just worked out to come sooner for a training camp and try it out and see what it's like. And I came here expecting to have good training, but little did I know I was going to have one of the best camps that I've ever had. Do you know what I mean? And it's kind of like blew me away actually. How I expected it to be good, but not how good it is.
What were some of your first impressions on arrival at the gym when you did your first few training sessions?
It's kind of when you you look around, you see the place is huge. Do you know what I mean? You're driving down a little road, a little back road, and then the next minute you're coming across this big, massive gym. And when you come in and you see all the guys and all everyone training and stuff like that, and especially MMA gyms, they're very hostile kind of places. Do you know what I mean? There's full of fighters, full of testosterone and egos and whatever. And that's one of the first things when I walked into the gym here, is that it doesn't really have that. Do you know what I mean? It's full of people looking to learn, grow, work very, very hard, and try to help everyone out as fighters. And it's very rare that you get that in gyms, because it's always a competition, especially when you're the new guy in the gym. Do you know what I mean? People don't welcome you. It's not that they don't welcome you in, but it's kind of, you'll have to fight for your place. And here is just not one of those places. It's very open and very welcoming, and everyone's very helpful.
What was one of your favourite parts of the training here?
My favourite, there's that many.
Name your top three top three or five.
Especially doing the one-to-ones with the coaches here, that was definitely up there with the top. And then being on the mats with all the guys and just learning and growing and developing. And yeah, it's hard. Everything's been good. I can't really pick. Do you know what I mean? And just to have everything under one facility, I would say, is the best. To be able to have world-class striking coaches, world-class jiu-jitsu, world-class MMA, and then to have all the recovery facilities, ice baths. I would say that's the best, to have everything under one roof, rather than having to go and source out physios, source out this, source out that. Is where it's just kind of, when you get off the mats and you feel, oh, I've banged up this, I've banged up my knee, I've banged up this, all right, we're going to do an ice bath, come back later for your massage. Do you know what I mean? And it's just everything's very easy.
You mentioned the ice baths. I've seen you taking a dip in all weather. Rain, sunshine, you're in the ice bath regularly. Yeah. What's the reason for that? Are you enjoying it so much?
I feel like it's always just good to test your mind, you know what I mean? So when it's kind of it's obviously it's rain season here now, so when you're kind of training, you're sore and you don't want to get into the cold ice bath, you know what I mean? I feel like that's the time to do it. So when you have that facility here, it's kind of make most of it, you know what I mean? And I have such a big fight coming up now on August 11th, and I'm always just trying to test myself. So I feel like it's such a good thing for your body and your mind, you know what I mean? So when it's like that and the weather conditions raining, you don't want to be sitting in an ice bath. So I feel like that's the best time to do it.
Awesome. So how are you feeling for the fight coming up? What's your feelings going into it? How do you feel the preparations prepared you, and how are you feeling overall?
Yeah, I feel amazing. So I do feel like being here has been allowed me to only think about training. Do you know what I mean? I've really got to think about training schedules, training plans. I don't got to plan nothing myself in my own head. It's kind of just all laid out there for you to do, and then you just show up and do your thing. And it's like a freedom. Do you know what I mean? So I'm coming in here very clear-minded, very ready, very sharp, fit, and I feel like here the way the training's been is like such a technical training, but then they also teach you how to like push through into your mind, so that when you're going into those third rounds, you know what I mean, and you're tired, you're fatigued, they kind of teach you how to get in there more, do you know what I mean? And the fighter circuit on a Saturday is fucking, that was a killer, do you know what I mean? And it teaches you how to go to that dark place in your head and kind of welcome it. And that's what I really enjoyed here about being in a training camp, is that they bring you to that dark place a lot, and it's what you need.
Last one then. Are you coming back after your fight, or coming back in the future?
I feel like the Wolf of Wall Street guy standing up and going, I ain't fucking leaving. That's how I feel like sitting up here. But nah, man, it's fucking, I'm going to go fight, get the win, and show off all the new skills that I have learned, and show off some of the old skills that I have got in my back pocket as well, and put on a clinic in here, and go home, see the family, rest up, and come back out and go again. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the future holds out here in Thailand.
Legend.